Hi, I'm Alistair Booth and I'm going to be taking you through the level designer we built for our Fireman game. To start off with, we've got some preset tiles up the top here. They've got a lot of the settings you want to build a standard common level. Over on the side here we can make new tiles. We'll go through that in a minute. Down here we've just got some data on the rooms and the tiles we'll be working with. We've got the option to go to an internal or external view. This is important when you're building rooms and returning out to the level once you're inside a room. We can make new rooms, edit rooms, save and load rooms and levels. So let's start off by putting some ground. As you can see, I've placed some bricks. We can come over here and see the data on these bricks. They are flammable. You cannot pass through them, and they've got some data for their heat capacity, intake, output. This is all important when you need to understand how fast fire is going to spread, when things are going to catch on fire, how much heat they need before they catch on fire. So after we've got some ground in there, the next important thing is to put in a room. We select the button, drag the size room we want. So this is our room creation window here. We can change the height and width we've selected. The important one here is the overlay. This is what the room is going to look like on the outside of the house. So you want it to match whatever the house, whether you've built it out of wood or bricks. We've done it with bricks, but if we load this up, we've got a bunch of different tiles here. We could set it to look whatever we want. We just want it to look like bricks. We can set some other variables for the room: heat capacity, output, intake, how much smoke, but let's just stick with default for now. So it brings up a new window. Our outside view is gone, we're just inside the room. So let's select a large amount of area and put a nice little wallpaper in. We also want to give it some carpet down the bottom. Okay, next we want to build a wall. We need to leave enough room for the player to fit through, so that's pretty nice there. Okay, that's a basic room. We could make it more complicated, but we don't really need to for now. So let's return to the level. Okay, internal view, room, external view. That's nice. We can still edit the outside view whilst viewing the inside view. Okay, now let's make our own custom tile. Let's come up here, add tile. Now we don't want wood. Let's change this from brick down here. There's too much brick on the scene. This is a little dirt tile here. Okay, is it flammable? Yes. Is it passable? No, you don't want to fall through it. We want it to be part of the background. We can put images in front of the player, but this will be on the background. Our heat capacity, the dirt won't get too hot, so we'll leave it pretty low, but it should catch on fire, so the flash point will have to be lower than the capacity. Our heat output, yeah, it gives out a little bit of heat, only takes a bit in, and will make the grass smoke quite a bit. Okay, that's done, and our tile pops up here. We can see down here all our values for it. We come down and bang, we've got grass. Okay, the next feature we're going to add is a doorway. So we'll come over here, add a doorway. Always do the left hand side first, and bang, there we go, we've got a doorway. You don't need a doorway here, but this will allow the player to see what's inside the room before he's actually stepped in. If he's standing in the doorway, you don't want to have to walk into a burning room to find out that it's burning. You should be able to see from outside. We can also add in a staircase. You'll see when I did that, like with the edit room, it'll highlight when you're working on a particular room. That way you can see which room the staircase is going to go in and out of. So that's the basics of building the room: creating your tiles, placing them, editing and changing the rooms, adding new rooms in, adding the doorways and stairs. You've got a bunch of other features. You can change the level, you can view it in the grid mode, right click to move it around. Once you increase the size, it'll increase the area you can move around. The saving saves out as an XML file that you can then open up and read and change as you want, and the game loads in via the XML file, obviously.